take, guys.
I'll think about it. It's interesting.
Do you see the value? I mean,
I think it's interesting. I want to hear from y'all. What is the reason we shouldn't get a board?
Why should I have a board? Okay, or why shouldn't I have a board? And before I wrote that chapter, I took an envelope out of my trash can, and because I was thinking about it, and I took it and I did pros and cons. Why should I have a board? Why shouldn't I have a board on the back of the envelope? And then there's a picture of that envelope in the book. Anyway, so why shouldn't I have a board? The first thing, the most important reason not to have a board is I don't really give what anybody else thinks. I am the smartest person in the room, and I really do not care what anybody else has to say. I know my business. Nobody is going to tell me any different. The second best reason not to have a board is I am just stretched so thin. I just cannot spare a minute. If I had to listen to one more person, even if their advice was good, I'd be dropping something else that I know is going to make me money. I just do not have the time to talk to a board of 2 people or 3 people or whatever it is. Tell them what I'm doing, get their feedback, and then, more importantly, follow up on it. The third reason is, we're not that profitable. It's a struggle. I really can't afford. I don't want to give them any stock, and I really can't afford to pay them. Those are the 3 reasons, the primary 3 reasons not to have a board.
Yeah.
And the biggest mistake that a lot of startups make is they wait until they get their first investor. Biggest mistake. It's the beginning of big mistakes, because then everything around your governance and everything around the board has to be voted on by that person you already put on the board. If you do it before then they're joining a board that you've already formed, you've already put who you want on it, and now they're one more vote, certainly, but they're joining your board. The favorite venture capital board, not that you guys care, but the favorite venture capital board is 2 venture capitalists and 1 founder. Now, there was a question about whether you guys should be on the board or not, one of these questions. And so if the first thing a venture capitalist would do would be throw everybody except him off the board. Very first thing, get them, they should be on the board, 1 management guy. Okay? The benefit of doing it yourself is there's no reason why you shouldn't be on the board. In fact, you probably should. Unless you guys yourselves decide you don't want to be anymore for whatever reason, or you leave the company, or even though you still own it, whatever it is. But that you should, because you'll learn from these other people. The broader the more exposure you can get from these other smart people, the better. So it'll benefit you. It'll also benefit them. They'll learn as much from you as you learn from them, although they will be different things. For you guys, it's really just this just high level of knowledge that you keep up to date on a regular basis, that you have scheduled accountability.